Hello and welcome to Fiona's Creative Canvas. I'm Fiona and today I'm going to be practicing doing a commission piece. So this won't actually be the commission piece, this is a sample. I'm going to be using this paste here. I've made this up using half modeling paste and half gloss gel, and I've mixed that up, and I'll probably be mixing that with these two leftover colours that I had from my 3D art fabric piece. I've got some colours for my background. I've also got some gold leaf out that I might be trying. Got some palette knives and some brushes, and I think we're just going to get started. Let's start by getting a bit of a colour palette on here, and then I will come through with some texture. Also got some gold out. But I'm probably going to make some texture up with that as well. And I might start with the light area first. Use my big 4-inch paddle brush. And some on the top here. Just getting a little bit of warmth in with the warm grey. Then I think I'll do the dark bits for next, and then I'll join them up. What do you reckon? Now this colour is the transparent. This is Prussian phthalo blue. So I might need to bring a bit of Payne's grey in to darken it further, but we won't do that just yet. We might be able to layer it up. So I've never done a commission piece before. This is actually for my daughter and her fiance. Not this piece, the commission piece that I'm practicing for. I thought it would be a nice present for them, and if they could tell me what they would like, it would give me good practice if ever I do decide to do commissions. And I might just pop some gloves on before I get too messy. I'm going to bring a little bit of this grey blue in. Let's bring in some of the lighter blue. And I might bring a little bit of this one in as well. Let's add a bit of water just to get this to blend. I might change brush and blend into that white there. And I'm going to bring some of the dark colour in again. I want to blend that a little bit better. What I do need is some water. I need a tiny bit of the warmness. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do now is make up some texture and start applying it, because I think this piece is going to be all about the texture. I think just trying to get a little bit of flow. Gonna have to wash that one, I think. I'll wash my brushes and make up some paste. This one's going to be a bit tricky because it's transparent. I'm going to add a bit more of a dark colour. Try and get it a bit darker. I'm not sure it's going to do much though. The only other thing I can do is make up a little with just the super heavy gel. Let's push this to the side. Put a bit of super heavy gel, which is transparent. And mix in a bit of the colour with that. And see how that stays pretty dark. It should dry the right colour, but it'll be quite glossy. That's all compared to the others. And then we've got the white. It's just going to be hard to work out whether I've mixed it properly or not because it's all white. Mix a little bit of the warm grey and the gold I'm going to do at the end. I think I want to go from light to dark. So I'm going to get out my paper knives. I feel like I'm going to want to use this one, but I do want to try this one. I'm just going to angle it slightly. Let's try a little bit of the white. All right. Okay, nice. Do I want to get a little bit more of that white colour down there? It's probably my only chance. I can make up more though. Let's get the next colour out. I might take a little bit aside and add some white to it. Not sure if this is where they're wanting me to go. Let's go to grey. Might need to add a little bit of white on the side here as well. So I'm trying to stick with the same palette knife. I'm going to grab a little bit of this and some white. I think I'm going to add this in, mix that up, and I might add a bit more of my paste. I'm just going to make sure we get all the way there. I might just actually touch that paint up before I continue. Right, I have to come back the other way because I'm going to leave the corners blank. I'm going to use this just to make a few extra lines. Right, let's try a little bit of the, hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm getting a little bit of a mess. And I want to dot a little bit. I actually don't think this is what they're going to want. So I think this is just going to be a standalone piece. I like that better. Those wispy bits. I might make up a bit of white. I might have a hint of blue in it. It's a very pale blue. I'm just slowly bringing in, mixing up the colours. I'm actually liking it better with it a bit more mixed. I'm going to add the dark colour. Okay, cool. I haven't added any gold yet. That's going to be tricky. Oh, I feel like I'm going to have to wait for it to dry because I don't want the gold to mix with the other colours. Okay, this is nice and dry and I'm really loving the matte kind of finish. Not too sure about the glossy part, but I do like the fact that it's kind of dotted in some areas. But what I want to do now is add some gold in. Now I've mixed this up with some super heavy gel and there's about 3 different golds in there. And I just want to rebalance this a bit as well. I want to kind of bring some gold up through here and here, but I want to kind of just move it over a little bit. I'm hoping I can achieve that using the gold. I might turn it around a little bit. And let's start by coming through here. So I think I'm just going to put a very small amount first. Just a little bit nervous about it. Oh, that's quite thick. That's okay. We can put a few thicker bits in, I think. Alright, start with that on that side. Then I'm going to go this way. But I don't know if I want to go all the way to the end. Little bits. That's really thick just there. I feel like I want a couple of extra thick bits. I think that's probably about right. Wanted it heavier on this side, lighter on that side. Got a lot left though, so we'll seal that up. And let's let that dry. Okay, here is the final result. And I will show you the portrait view of it as well. But we'll just go in and have a look at some of this gold. I really like the matte texture. This bit is really cool. And I like the way the gloss, there's dots of gloss in amongst the matte, but less liking the big glossy bits down the bottom. Although I do like the fact that they're nice and dark. We've got a little bit of warm colour in here. The gold, I kind of feel like I liked it better without the gold. So let me know what you think about that. I did learn a lot though doing this piece, but overall I'm not that happy with it, I don't think. I'll show you the other way. Here it is in portrait mode. Yeah, so certainly learnt something with this one. I think it's a little bit over the top with the texture, and I'm going to be heading in a different direction with the next one. If you were wondering about the gold leaf, I will be using that in the next video, so keep your eyes out for that one. I have actually finished it and I'm really happy with it. So that's it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you all in the next one. Bye.